Good day, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to my presentation on the interpretation of self-actualization personality. Before proceeding, let's refresh our memory of what is self-actualization. It is defined as the needs, wants, and desires for achievement, growth, satisfaction, and fulfillment, and upon reaching the peak of human development leads a meaningful life. This presentation will focus on the interpretation of high and low self-actualization, those who are psychologically advantageous and those who are psychologically handicapped. Notice that the definition of self-actualization is a combination of theoretical concepts of a group of contemporary personality psychologists. From the wisdom of the psychologists, sub-dimensions or personality factors such as achievement-oriented, growth mindset, job satisfaction, and fulfillment, ethics and morals and thinking skills were established. High self-actualization subdimension 1. Achievement orientation. Let's begin with the interpretation of a high achievement-oriented personality. They set goals and focus to pursue them. They are diligent, responsible, and very committed to achieving their goals. They are effective and efficient in producing real results. Such type can be classified as a performer, a builder, a bottom-liner, an achiever, and a productive worker. High self-actualization subdimension 2. High growth mindset. Growth mindset is the second subdimension. People with a high growth mindset are thirsty for knowledge and skills. They are keen and diligent learners. They take the initiative to develop their full potential. They consistently seek self-improvement and see learning as a lifelong process. Such groups of people can be classified as knowledge seekers, competency developers, enthusiastic trainees, coaches, mentors. High self-actualization subdimension 3. Work satisfaction and fulfillment. Job satisfaction and fulfillment is the third subdimension of self-actualization. Such people are very enthusiastic and very energetic to do their best. They are passionate and will push themselves to achieve their goals. They are intrinsically motivated and get great satisfaction in doing a great job. You can call them a motivator, an enthusiast, an energizer, and a passionate worker. High self-actualization subdimension 4. High ethics and morals. The fourth subdimension of self-actualization is ethics and morality. This category of people is honest, truthful, and trustworthy. They have a divine value system. They have high integrity and credibility and are fair and just in their dealings with others. Such types of people are known as the reliable types, the dependable type, and the saints. High self-actualization subdimension 5. Good thinking skills. Thinking skills is the fifth subdimension. The traits of this group of people include intelligent, reasonable, logical, and mature. They are considerate and appreciative in dealing with others. You can call such types as the intellectual type, the peacemaker, the idea generator, the rational thinker, and a logician. Low self-actualization subdimension 1. Low achievement-oriented traits. Aimless, inappropriate behavior, negative emotions, low commitment, inefficient, ineffective, irresponsible, slow-paced. Type. Underachiever, laggard, slow worker, pessimist, work shirker. Low self-actualization subdimension 2. Negative mindset. Traits. Reluctant learner, not trainable, indifferent self-improvement. Type. Incompetent worker, ignorant person, unskilled person. Low self-actualization subdimension 3. Work dissatisfaction and frustration traits. Unenthusiastic, boring, disinterested, unmotivated, frustrated, apathetic. Type. The dispassionate type, the dull type, the lethargic type. Low self-actualization subdimension 4. Low ethics and morals traits. Dishonest, untrustworthy, bias, injustice, unfair, favoritism, low integrity. Type. The unreliable type, the undependable type, the shady type, the bigot. Low self-actualization subdimension 5. Poor thinking skills traits. Dull-witted, irrational, illogical, immature, inconsiderate, unappreciative. Type: the simpleton, the senseless type, the unreasonable type. Measurement of self-actualization dimension. Kykology measures the magnitude of self-actualization on the Likert scale of very much like me to not like me. From its score, the magnitude is identified. They are high self-actualization, fairly high self-actualization, moderate self-actualization, fairly low self-actualization, and low self-actualization. Cluster of self-actualization traits. Self-actualization has a distinctive cluster of traits. The cluster of traits is further categorized into its subdimensions, namely achievement-oriented, growth mindset, work satisfaction, and fulfillment, ethics and moral and thinking skills. Formation of Kykology codes. Magnitude code. H equals high. F equals fairly high. E equals average. B equals fairly low, below average. L equals low. Dimension code. S equals self-actualization. E equals egocentric. So equals sociocentric. SE equals security. C equals complexity. Kykology measures the intensity or magnitude of a dimension from high to low. By combining the magnitude code with the dimension code, the magnitude of a personality dimension was established. Understanding Kyko codes. HS8 high self-actualization. LS8 low self-actualization. FE fairly high egocentric. EE moderately egocentric. BSOH below average, fairly low sociocentric. HC high complexity. FSE fairly high security. The following are examples of the magnitude of personality codes. Apparently, Kykology interpret personality on 1 to 5 coded interpretation. Interpretation of self-actualization traits. Here is an example of the interpretation of the traits of self-actualization and its subdimensions. Notice the codes of the magnitude of self-actualization, HSA, FSA, ESA, BSA, LSA. Its interpretation is the conversion of codes into a text as seen in the diagram. Conversion of Kykology 1 to 5 coded interpretation into text. Let me explain the coded interpretation of Kykology. 1 coded interpretation, for example FSA you see 20% of the personality. 2 coded interpretation, for example LC plus E you see 40% of the personality. 3 coded interpretation, for example Thau plus HSO plus LSE you see 60% of the personality. 4 coded interpretation, for example, FSA plus E plus BSO plus LSE, you see 80% of the personality. With 5 coded interpretation, for example, FC plus LSA plus E plus LSO plus LSE, you see 100% or the whole personality. 5 coded interpretations 100% of the personality. John is a star performer. High self-actualization. He is smart, motivated and hard-working. High self-actualization. John prefers to take charge of a team. Fairly high egocentric. He always set challenging. High egocentric. And realistic. High security. Targets and pushes team to achieve them. John values privacy and seldom mingle with his people. Low sociocentric. He expects his people to follow the formal channels of getting things done. John is somewhat a strategist. Fairly high complexity. He always knows how to wriggle out of a difficult situation. John's Kyko personality code. FC plus HSA plus FA plus HSE plus LSO. The above example of interpretation demonstrates that Kykology can convert texts into codes. Scientific methodology. Allow me to use Kykology to develop a job profile. The steps are as follow. Identify the essential traits of a position. List down the following: duties, responsibilities and functions of the job description. Competencies, knowledge and skills, required for the position. Work interests. Convert the texts of the above list into Kyko codes. Conclusion. The same methodology is also applicable to interpret egocentric, sociocentric, security and complexity cluster of traits. Compare with other assessment tools. Kykology interpretation of personality is scientific, supported by at least one or more psychologists, objective and denotative, free from developer bias, accurate, contact. To find out more about Kykology, contact Kyko Profiling Solutions SDN, BHD. Email mrcsbt@gmail.com.